This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Where we want to educate you about our market, empower you to make wise decisions, and help you engage with our expert contributors.
There was an interesting article by David Ferreira in the RJ just a couple days ago about the Property Brothers. The Property Brothers were being sued by a husband and wife. Actually, not them. Their show was being sued, not them.
Okay,
they
so the
personally
TV
were not
show.
named.
All right, good.
It's the company that produces the show, and basically they basically said was shoddy workmanship. Basically, they're saying it wasn't well done. There were all kinds of issues with the contractor, that he didn't do certain things. They were left with code violations, doors that didn't hang properly, warped cabinetry, shoddy grout work, a variety of things. But late last month, in a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, lawyers for a production company, is named here, Cineflix, wrote that the Nevada State Contractors Board had already acknowledged the defects in dispute, and that the Kings refused, these were the owners of the home, refused to allow the contractor to fix it. And this comes up, from, if those of you who have been in the Valley for a long time remember back in the late 2000s, we had a lot of lawsuits in condominiums. And we had a lot of construction defect suits going on around the Valley, not only in condominiums, but in houses and in tracts throughout the Valley. And later on, the legislature decided, hey, listen, we don't want people out there suing every single time. So instead of going right to lawsuit, give the contractor the opportunity to fix it first.
Remedy, sure.
If they fix it, there's no suit. What happened in this case was the contractor wanted to fix the errors, wanted to fix the problems.
Right.
The owner of the property wouldn't let them do it. They just wanted to sue them.
They just wanted to check.
Yeah, they just wanted money, is basically what it ended up being. Now, I can't say that for sure. I can just tell you that that's the course that they took and their attorney took.
Okay.
And basically, for them, they lost, basically saying, look, if you don't give the contractor an opportunity to remedy, you can't sue them. So you have to give them the opportunity to remedy the situation. Now, you don't have to give them an unlimited amount of time or effort or to remedy it, but a reasonable amount of time to remedy it. And in this case, that's what happened. And this is a result of that legislation that happened back when there was lawsuits galore.
Oh, that's interesting.
We had construction defect lawsuits everywhere in the Valley. We had a lot of attorneys from that state to the west of us. It rhymes with California. They were all coming over here, and they were all suing all of our builders and stuff for that type of thing. And this is a result of that. That the ruling by the court was a result of that. So they have to be allowed what's quote unquote a reasonable opportunity to make the repairs. That's what it states. And so that's where that ended up.
I find myself watching real estate TV and remodel type stuff shows from time to time.
Of course.
You as a professional realtor, do you watch that stuff?
You know, it's funny. Helene watches it all the time. She loves
your
that
wife?
stuff. Yes.
Okay.
My wife Helene. She watches it all the time. Every now and then I get caught watching it because and here's the thing. I end up smirking a little bit most of the time because I see some of the things that are happening and I'm wondering, gee, is that really what we want them to see? Because it's not all true in my mind. And
that New York real estate show that I've seen. That one is a little outrageous, right?
And even when you do these fix 'em up shows, it bothers me to some extent because you're telling sellers, hey, you got to spend all this money to sell your house. No, you really don't. I mean, particularly in this market. Right. I just had a seller this morning, honest to goodness, said, hey, Harvey, let me get in there and paint it, and I'm going to recarpet. I was telling you know what? You don't have to do that right now.
Sure.
In this market, you just don't have to spend that money.
Anybody who's remodeled a house knows how much of a hassle it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard. It's
is.
exhausting.
In some markets, you need to get that done in order to get top dollar.
Sure.
In this market, you just don't have to do that. And it
Not
depends.
today.
Now, in certain cases, I would tell you should do it anyway. Now, if the house is really messed up, you're going to probably need to do it anyway because you don't want the buyer to go in thinking they have to spend a ton of money. But if they just have to paint and put new carpet in, most buyers are going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal for them. You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio. We'll meet you on the radio next Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on the new 101.5 FM, 720 a.m. KDWN, the Talk of Las Vegas.